Hi, Allie.
Hello!
And hello, wonderful listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Arcane Trinity, Tides of Esthios. When we left off, to give a recap leading up to the current events, starting out everything, our wonderful little party here, Silvie and Valora, have come together in the small town of Hillcrest right before the Hillcrest Harvest Festival was beginning, and brought together by strange means and also a very short man who runs a tavern, Pimbrick.
Yep.
Asking and even paying Valora to
Low-key
keep track
begging.
of-
Yeah. He's low-key begging, honestly.
Low-key begging
He did.
to have her keep track of Silvie, whose magic can be a little wild, one might say. It's a danger to those around her. But Valora, in need of money in her own situations, accepted.
Mm-hmm.
The dawn of the day of the Hillcrest Harvest Festival came around, but not without a few instances, mainly one, of some strange creature above Valora's bed
Yep.
that she swiftly
Casually
took
a
down,
giant slug. Yeah. No big deal.
and some kind of scuffle happening outside that they tried to trace down that disappeared into the festival grounds. But doing what they need with the information, they moved on to enjoying the festival, enjoying the games and the sights and the sounds, even if a particular Glass Gorgo fellow decided to just be a thorn in Valora's side all the time.
Big old cheater.
Big old cheater. But as the main opening ceremony was supposed to happen, led by Mr. Lyndon Colborne, who is kind of the rich man that helps fund a lot of the town, seemed to be out of action and not leaving his residency, which was a small raise of concern for those around, which became much larger when a strange old man in wizard garbs found a body with no head in it,
Yeah.
screamed adventure, and ran
Yep.
inside the mansion on his own, where you two followed suit, working your way through this disheveled mansion of Mr. Colborne. Also discovering an individual, or I guess you should say he discovered you, of someone who calls himself Lucky. Seems to have some kind of firearm on him, saying that he's not a threat, just in a job, in it to get some money, but not
Cool
trying
guy.
to murder anyone. A cool guy, hopefully.
Hopefully.
You barely know the guy. You've only known him for like 10
Hey,
minutes.
we know he's a bounty hunter. Sylvie thinks he's cool, so.
And that's all that matters. But now the four of you in this situation came across one final room, opening the double doors to it, and coming across a terrifying sight of an individual that seemed to match a
Monster
man Valora
Dad.
saw on the carriage ride, which seems to be Mr. Colborne, but very much different in his current state.
Yeah.
Much more monstrous. And then also seemingly the body of his wife with the head removed.
Yeah.
But with a strange little friend riding atop it.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
a nice
With
way to
its-
put
With
it.
its slimy tendril
Piloting a human
stuck
mech.
into the spinal cord.
What's happening?
In a way.
Oh God.
Just turn this dead body into an Ava. No big deal.
But now you've all come across this site, and the figures in front of you are looking very aggressive, starting to come towards you. So I believe it is fair to say that going into this session, it is time to roll initiative. So everyone go
First
ahead and roll
roll.
your first
Okay.
real initiative.
First
of the
real
campaign for
initiative.
yourself.
All right. What is it? Oh
Okay,
dear, that's
that's-
not great. That's not great.
Okay.
The first roll of this new
That is quite
15.
funny.
beautiful
15?
D20.
Okay.
The low rolls continue.
Oh no, Allie, what was it?
That's a natural 4 for a 6 for initiative.
Oh no.
That's okay, because your buddy, old man Almer, was a natural 1 in his initiative.
Oh my God.
It makes sense. Isn't he
He's
retired?
retired.
Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's
that's
like,
fair.
I don't remember how to do this shit. I don't remember how to be ready for battle.
Holy shit.
Let me get my bread. Wait.
All right.
Oh my god.
What was your total initiative?
6.
6? Okay.
Oh, and the brand new pretty
Yeah.
dice I got you.
It's okay. It got it out
They're
of the
trying
way.
their
Maybe
best.
Maybe the next one will be a 20.
And
We can hope.
Lucky, your other friend there, rolled a 12 initiative.
Okay.
To inform everyone a little
Okay, not
bit
bad.
on this one with the NPCs that we have here that are kind of joining in. We're going to be running off of the sidekick system here soon. I'm playing the characters right now to kind of show off what they can do to you guys to get a hand of what they'll be doing. And after this, you get the keys to the castle in combat for them. But it allows you guys, as just being a 2-player campaign, to have a bit more decision and things going on instead of me playing half of anything on the field at all times.
like
Yeah.
a
Make
turn-based,
sure you guys have
turn-based
more
RPG
control.
game where you get more party members.
Exactly. It gives you guys more control of the field yourselves and the strategies you two decide to do.
Nice.
Instead of,
2 people.
me guiding it along with half of the party involved.
It's like
right
you
now.
fighting your own enemies, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
You have to be like not biased towards
Yeah,
your-
exactly.
Exactly.
That's why this system is cool. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It'll be very interesting because, like,
They're like Pokemon.
Oh my god.
they really are.
There are Pokemon after this.
Elmer, go!
Lucky, I choose you. God.
Oh, man. So,
Sylvie unironically.
rolling a natural 20 on initiative
Oh.
was
No.
The wife,
the
right?
formerly known as Lyndon Colborn,
Damn.
your giant monstrous foe.
What an ass.
At a natural 20 is initiative, so needless to say, he is going first.
Cheater dice.
And don't mind me as I move away from the microphone for a second.
Weighted dice.
But
Weighted dice.
looking across as you guys in the doorway in the study, he is going directly forward. And you know what? Because it's pretty much you two in the doorway with your 2 companions behind you.
Right.
He's gonna come up forward.
No, he's not.
Almost kind of like on. He's
gonna think about it.
He's like kind of running on all fours, but only using one arm as he's coming forward, and almost like rearing his right hand back with its claw. With like, he's now got like weird skin claws. As
Skin
it's weird.
claws.
Because like it's elongated. It's not like nails or anything, but his skin, as if his bone structure underneath is growing at a rate that his skin cannot stretch to.
They can't keep up with. Oh god.
Like as he's running towards you, especially because you're holding a torch right now, Sylvie, and you can see his face. It's really weird because like his whole face has grown larger than it was when you saw it, Valora. But the skin is like taut and pulling back against the bones, so he's looking almost skeletal underneath it because it's just stretching and pulling his skin back as far as it can go. But
What the?
What a
Going to
wonderful
see-
visual.
What the?
I know, right? You're welcome.
In dim lighting too.
Not a horror D&D podcast, by the way.
It's could have fooled
sure
me.
this isn't
Are you
Call of
sure?
Cthulhu?
Are you sure?
Listen, I don't want to be like this. I'm sorry. But who wants evens? Who wants odds? We're gonna decide who he's going for.
I did
With a
also throw
50-50.
an axe at him.
You did throw.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That's a great point.
A
You did
hand
throw the
axe.
axe, so you probably really. So you'll take the hit. Okay.
All right.
So he's going to
You
roll to attack.
are the most obvious threat, I'd say. Yeah. I was gonna say odds for Sylvie because she's odd. So
That's cute.
Oh, that's not looking too good. So that's going to be a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
And that
not too good
misses
for you.
as he's wildly coming forward, but almost not used to this new form that he has, kind of stumbles over
Okay,
himself
good.
on the
Makes
ground and just
Skill
barely
issue.
misses swinging at you with it. And with that, it moves to Valora's turn.
Ooh.
Okay. So as he runs at her, how far away?
He is now
Is he, like, in
he's
my
now
face?
in melee range. He came up face to face.
Okay, he's in my face.
Oh
So-
god. oh god. How tall is he again?
He's
Isn't he like
tall
8 feet
enough
tall?
to where
I think
probably more
something
because
like
he's
that.
crouching down under the ceiling.
ew.
But that's why he had
Ew,
to get
that's so
on
gross.
all threes essentially to come towards you guys at a fast pace.
Laura, kill it! Kill it! She does say that, yes.
I'm gonna try. And she, first of all, Laura's gonna go into a rage, and
Yup.
her ancestral guardians are gonna appear around her, and I'm going to go for a reckless attack.
Ooh.
All right. I
So.
will allow it, of course.
Kill it recklessly.
Kill it recklessly.
Now
She's
have
gonna
advantage.
take out her great axe and she's gonna
Yes.
she wants to cleave this thing in half.
Absolutely go for it.
The chonkin axe. Isn't it as tall as you are?
Taller.
Holy shit!
Oh!
A natural fucking 20!
All right, we're off to a great fucking start here. All right, yeah, sure, let's go.
Holy
Let's go.
shit,
All right, yeah.
Evan.
Holy shit! Okay, let me get my D12.
Look at our
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah, of course it did. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Oh
it's fine.
my
No,
God.
It's only your first real
Let's
attack
go.
of the campaign. Aside from, because
I don't need advantage now.
it's too late.
You could have seen if you got 2 nat 20s. That would have been
Allie.
wild. You're
I
fucked.
got a 12 on the D12.
You're fucked. You're fucked, Evan. It's all
Oh
because
my
Sylvie
God.
was panicking. Kill it.
Now then, so now which rule are we doing here? Whatever you
What's
state
that?
here decides for the rest of the campaign on the crit rolls.
Oh, if you double what you roll, or if
because
you
we
roll
tend
twice.
to go back and forth. I believe we like to do
do.
2 rolls for crits.
Yes. we
Because
do.
sometimes if you roll a 1, then,
Yeah, then
you
that
only
sucks.
get
Yeah,
2.
Yeah,
Then-
so
yeah, that's
we-
why I like to do 2
Okay,
rolls there.
yeah, we'll do 2 rolls.
All right.
Yeah.
So you won't get another 12 then.
That's
right.
Right?
You won't get another 12 then.
I got another 12.
Fucking shit! Okay, we're good. I'm crashing out, but we're good. All right, so that's 24 plus what here?
Okay, plus 5.
Your decision didn't matter.
Holy shit.
29.
And I also get plus 2 from rage.
Yeah.
Okay, so 31 damage.
Yep.
All right.
With 1 hit.
Okay, we're good.
So it's down to 1 HP, right?
Right?
No. Wow, but what a describe the cleave as it runs up. Like,
Yes.
it runs up, it stumbles right in front of you, freaking collide with you.
How far below it is?
I would
Because
say
I'm 6 foot tall, so
You're
like,
6 feet.
where
so
is
when
it?
he's on all fours essentially. He comes forward, stumbles right in front of you.
God,
So he's cowered down. He's probably, in his hunched over state, about 5 feet tall. Somewhere
Okay.
between 4.5 to 5 when he's on the ground like that.
Okay.
So you have a little bit above him, but a perfect place where if you're coming down and swinging, he's perfectly placed. Very apparently perfectly placed for you to get a swipe on him.
God.
Okay, so
Fuck sticks, dude.
as she sees him running towards her,
And
she'll
Sylvie's
take
screaming, kill it,
Yeah,
Valora.
Sylvie's screaming in her ear, literally right next to her to kill it. She takes out her great axe in one fluid movement as it approaches her and swings down right on its shoulder blade.
Ooh.
And I feel like it almost like cuts his arm off and it's just kind of maybe like hanging there a little bit, but she doesn't fully cut it off because I won't do that to you yet.
Why, thank you. Thank you very
Mercy.
much. You slice right
No,
down
cut
in
it
the
off.
meat of the shoulder, and you see that, like, where you expect the blood splatter you used to.
Oh no. Is it gonna
It's
be
almost-
black?
No, it's this weird, like, half and half. Like, when you take...
What?
Like, if you take 2 different ice creams and you're trying to make a smoothie that isn't fully blended yet,
Uh-huh.
or like an oil spill inside a fluid, it's like, it's half as if it's blood mixed in with something that's much darker color inside.
Ew.
Ew.
What's the consistency?
Is it thick?
Yeah, it's pretty thick.
Ugh, like
Not too thick, but
So not like
close to
yogurt
close
thick.
to blood. No, not yogurt.
okay,
thick, no.
thank God. That would be nasty. That'd be nasty.
Listen, I think a good way to describe the consistency would be like similar to like a thick oil, like a motor oil of some kind,
Ugh.
like a motor oil-ish. Like, it's still very liquidy, but it's like thick.
Ugh.
like vegetable oil.
I don't think vegetable oil is as thicker than that.
Huh.
This is the ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the ADHD part
Discussing.
coming out. All right, what else you got for me?
Of the blood. Good Lord.
Well,
I
rage
don't
was
know
my
what that
bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action.
Bonus attack. That's it. Other than that, just for visual sense, Valora's ancestral guardians, they kind of like surround Colborne in a sense, and just kind of they're just on him. Like they're punching him. They don't really do much, but they're on him. So, and effectively, they are distracting him from Silvie. That is what her ancestral guardians do through Valora's primal path feature. So since she attacked him on her first hit, he is now the target of her guardians, and he will get disadvantage on any attack against Silvie.
Let's go.
Okay. Cool.
Protect the squishy.
Yes.
Perfect. Excellent move. Next
The loud
up
squishy, I should say.
is going to be...
Because we have another squishy.
Next up is going to be Lucky. He's outside right now, but he is going to...
So he got to see that.
He got to see that. He sees everything going on and is real fucking confused, but sees that there's a major threat of a lot of things going on in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to slip through the doorway if one of you wants to move a little bit. He's a little bit right there. Going off the table, we have a little mat here. He's going to go to the side a few feet towards where you guys are. But he's kind of slipping into the study and sticking against the wall inside there. And yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
He's slipping inside a few feet, getting into the corner of the room essentially. That big guy, he's a little bit terrified of. But then he sees the one in the back with, you know, he had shot one of the creatures from the roof before, and he sees that it's on top of
The wife.
a person
right?
essentially and is moving something.
That's
A
so
lot of
incorrect.
A lot of red alerts are going off in his
Just
head.
incorrect.
That's incorrect.
And you watch as he unholsters and flips up his gun, and as he does this, he very quickly goes into another pouch and he takes a gold coin and he puts it inside right above where the jackpot reel is and pushes it in his gun.
Huh.
Cool. Okay.
He's gonna make a shot.
I'm
Don't worry.
interested.
There'll be some descriptions for this, so don't worry, I will cross everything. Alright, so that is going to be a 17 that he's doing against the wife, quote unquote, over there. So
The
he
sword of
fires,
life.
and it's successful.
Monster wife.
Monster wife! Alright, now let me use his magic weapon correctly as... Okay. So you watch as he puts in that gold coin, as he's aiming it down, the reel on the side starts spinning like a roulette machine. You see all these weird funky symbols on it, and it slows down and stops on this symbol of a flame. And you watch as the front of his gun glows, and as he fires, the bullet starts burning like a small little fire as it hits the wife right in like the shoulder. And we'll do... Oh my god. Christ. Alright. Does 18 fire damage.
Holy shit.
Good
to the
lord.
wife, as this little fire hits into the shoulder and there's like a puff of smoke as it hits, and there's this weird blood-curdling scream that kind of
Ew.
emerges from whatever this
The
thing
slug
is on
head
top.
screams.
As much as you can attribute to a scream.
Ew.
It's like a weird alien type sound.
Yes, this is his magic weapon. It's called roulette. You can put a gold coin in the slot on this gun, and when you do, the weapon does typically 1d8 damage, but when you spend this one gold coin, it spins a wheel of 10 damage types that you roll a d10 for, which one you land on, that's the damage type your weapon does with an extra 1d8 damage on it.
With an extra one. Okay.
Let's go gambling.
Pretty much.
Interesting. So you have to spend money to use that,
You have to spend
though.
money to
Yeah, you
use
gotta
that feature.
spend. Okay.
Huh.
It has an economic power source to it.
Economic.
But then it goes to a roulette wheel that decides the fate of what kind of damage it's going to do.
Huh. All right.
That's pretty damn cool.
Thank you.
Did you come up with that?
Yes.
Holy shit, that's really cool.
All right, go off.
Yeah, I wanted to come up with something that matched the lucky motif of him, so there we go.
That's awesome.
With that, that's his main attack. And as his bonus action, he is going to look in the doorway towards Silvie and be like, come on, we got this. And he's going to give you the help action as a bonus action.
Ooh. Interesting.
So you now have the help action for your turn. And that is his go, which leads us...
Yeah, cool guy.
This leads us to the wife, quote unquote, that's gonna slowly shamble forward 10 feet, does not have very much movement at all. Is going to look in the doorway
Ew.
at both of you, and you just kind of see like where it meets with the slug in the body, it starts this like retching and gurgling.
Oh.
And
No,
you see
don't make more.
as it
Don't.
just like I can't even say skin, but the front of it opens up and it shoots acid towards both of you guys.
Oh, fuck no.
I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
God.
Fuck no.
And actually, Old Man Elmer has to make one too. Lucky's out of the clear.
Okay, Evan, question. I have danger
Yes.
sense, which gives me advantage on dex saving throws against effects that I can see, such as traps and spells. Would that count?
You would see it, so I can give you advantage on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, can I choose what I use the help action for?
Yes, you can choose what to use the help action for.
Okay. But it's before I roll, right?
You have to do it before you roll.
Yeah,
yes.
I got another natural 20.
I'm gonna scream.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna scream.
Holy
I'm gonna
shit.
scream.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use the help action to help myself dodge this.
Good idea.
Yeah, because.
Okay.
All right. 15.
15? Okay, and you got fucking natural 20. Okay, yeah, fine. Alright, so
Yeah, it was a 13 and a 4 again, so I'm just like.
you guys are
I'm
able
transferring
to...
some of my juju.
Yeah, please.
You guys watch as it kind of goes on the ground and it hits right by your feet. And you're able to, like, you feel it for a second, but you're able to dodge out before it can really stick to you. You're going to take half damage from it, but it's not a whole lot, so...
It makes sense that battle is your thing, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So you'll take 3 acid damage
Okay.
from this.
That's not the bad.
And you are outside of it, so you don't have to worry about any further effects from what it may do.
Nice.
And the old man
Oh, God.
succeeded as well. So
Okay, Homer.
yeah, he's doing good. He's like, ah, hot, hot.
That's what he
Hot.
does. Hot. I mean, I guess acid is
Yeah.
kind of...
It burns.
It
It burns in
yeah.
a different way, yeah.
Hot in a different way!
With that, we then come to Sylvie.
Oh, God. Okay.
It is now your turn.
She just looks at the mom is like, ew! And her first instinct is to attack back at this because it was gross and very rude. So she doesn't want to
Fair.
move away from Big Guy because Big Guy will, try to attack her.
You would see that there are those guardians on it, so technically it would have disadvantage on you if you are looking to move from it.
True. You know what? Would she?
It gives you an extra bit of help trying to get away
Yeah.
from that.
You know what? I think, yeah, she would want to get away from that thing and go closer to cool guy Lucky, who is now another one of her best friends because she says so. Anyone she likes, she's their friend. So yeah, she'd go right next to him.
All right.
Right next to
So
him.
it will make an attack with disadvantage on
Uh-huh.
you, but that helps it out a lot. That one's cocked. Let's try again. That's a natural 18 on the first
God.
one. There's annoying shit fuck outside. Ooh, a natural 14 on the second one. So
Which is a what?
that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Ooh, yeah, that'll hit.
Who's hitting her?
It's
Big guy.
Colborne.
Oh, the big. Okay.
Yeah, disadvantage,
Yes.
but he still went ahead and
What
did
does he
that, but that
attack with? Dare I ask?
It's like as he reels down with his one arm that's like fucking almost half severed off, he kind of reaches around with the other side with a wide swing and catches you in your back as you're running away.
Ooh.
And let me... That would be a 1 for 1 damage and a 2 on the other one. Okay, so that is 6 slashing damage
Ouchies.
into your back as you're walking away.
Okay. I will say, as it, hits her in the back, this, blue shimmering light kind of flashes for a second and shows a little bit of, a bluish, translucent, magical, semi, half-plate armor-looking thing. But it went through it and goes, to her normal clothes and her back and
which
gets
is your
her.
mage armor reacting
Which is my
to the
mage
attack.
armor. trying to block it and failing horribly.
Valora's barbarian spirit guardians are like all like crowding around him, like trying to prevent him from getting at you.
And it's almost like there's just this like you would think it wouldn't hit, but now it's just in this like weird primal state of rage as it's swinging wildly and catches you in the back as you're going back.
That would hurt.
Yeah, that would hurt, especially in the back.
She just gets over to like, I'm fine. Hi, what are we doing? And then she's all right. Focuses her attention back on Monster Mom, is what she's called her now.
Monster Mom.
It's Monster Dad and Monster Mom, and they're both gross and they need to die. And she
I agree with that.
Okay. Why did that actually sound pretty good? Okay. Spells! What shall I do? She saw Lucky use fire, and she's like, that's a good idea. I'm gonna use fire too. Because she thinks that he knows what he's doing. She probably didn't realize that it was pure luck. So she's like, okay, he's a professional. He's using fire, so he must be weak to fire. So I'm gonna use fire too.
All right.
So she is going to firebolt, but before she casts it, she holds out her sickle, and it's gonna like glow for a second, a little more than usual. That nice sparkly bluish color, because that's her thing.
Yep.
And she's going to spend a sorcery point to twin spell this firebolt so that she can try and hit both of the monster parents.
All right.
Because they're both nasty.
Both nasty ass.
All right. Range 120 feet. I have to make hits. So I guess for twin spell, it doesn't clarify that to hit
It's
if I do it. It's 2 to okay.
Yeah. You're
So-
essentially doubling your attack roll.
First up is Monster Dad. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Monster Dad. Ooh. 17 plus.
Nice.
17 plus 6 is.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll hit.
Hell yeah.
All right. Should I roll damage for him first? Might as well.
Yeah, you can roll the damage from first, then do the attack.
All
roll
right.
on the
It's
other one next.
1d10 fire damage,
Yep.
Nice.
which is quite lovely. Quite lovely. Hiya! All right. That's 5 fire damage for Monster Dad. Not too
All right.
shabby. And she points her sickle at it, and just like instead of blue now, it goes from blue to red. It glows red to match with the fire, and shoots the firebolt at him. She's like, just bad, and then she just pivots, looks at the monster mom, goes for her next. That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20 on the monster
All right, we're
mom.
good. Yeah, we're good. We're
Yes,
doing great.
yes,
Yeah, we're doing great. No, we're doing great.
yes.
We're doing great. No, we're doing great. We're doing great. Yeah, no, roll the damage. Roll your 2 dice. Roll your 2. Do it.
2d10 on the
2d10.
monster mom.
Yeah, I know, on a fucking cantrip.
It's on a cantrip.
It's so mad right now.
He's so tilted. All right, that's a 10 and 5. So 15 fire damage on the monster mom. That Lucky hit
Yeah, no, it's
already.
fine in this house. It's fine in this house.
And after she hits monster mom, she looks up at Lucky and just like a puppy looking for approval, just like sparkles in her eyes, just waiting to see if he says anything.
Damn, good shot, kid.
Thank you. She's just super hype right
I
now.
wouldn't be so happy right now.
She's like bouncing up and down a little bit.
The fuck is wrong with you?
A lot of things.
Stay out of its
What?
way, Sylvie.
I'm at a distance. It's fine.
So yeah, you just pop the fireball in that thing and hear another one of those almost otherworldly screeches that
Don't like that.
emanates from it. Is there anything else for you?
I
I know there's movement and action.
let's see.
I don't know if you have anything in your
I
bonus
believe
action.
any
for
bonus
it.
action?
Nothing special.
I know there's very limitations in bonus action world
Yeah.
D&D.
Yeah, nothing special. She's just gonna vibe.
All right, next will be
She's hyped now that she's done damage. So, and nothing bad has happened yet, which is another reason why she's in such a good mood.
old man Almer, your little wizard friend. He's kind of around the doorway. He kind of peeks in like, oh shit.
You've got
and
this, Al.
He's gonna rotate around to the other side of the doorway, but still on the outside of it. So he's kind of like,
Use fire!
right there.
Use fire! She's like yelling out to him.
Oh, I got something better, all right.
Oh no!
Oh god.
Does he?
And you watch as he raises his staff. It has like this really fine glass orb on the top.
Wait, he's a wizard, right? Wait a second.
And as he stands there, he kind of points it around the doorway very carefully, like, just gotta.
He's aiming it around the doorway like a rifle.
A little bit, yeah. And he's going to cast Magic Missile
Ooh.
Nice.
at Mom over there.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what his staff sounds like. And that's just
Ripping a motor and
if the microphone didn't pick that up, that's going to be even weirder. There's a motorcycle rev outside randomly.
Oh my God.
So, and they don't even, they just hit. So he's just going to get damage. Where's my
Magic Missile is a good spell.
It's built different,
because
dude.
it's a guaranteed hit.
Right? That's a 4 on the first one.
It's super useful if something only has like a few HP
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
You need to just get it over with.
See, watch as he like kind of trying to like almost guard himself behind the doorway, seeing fucking big ass McGee in front of Valora. He kind of like carefully moves it around the side, and he's like, "Oh, I know it'll work." And Magic Missile just comes out and focuses right on Monster Mom, if you will.
Yep.
And these 3 bolts of red arcane energy just pop out of the top and hit that like slug creature on top 3 times and defeats it.
Oh, hell
As
yeah.
it hits on this 3rd one and it pops, and I need Silvie and Lucky to make Constitution saves as it pops. As it just like, as it, the 3rd one hits it like almost bubbles up and just, it has that same thing of like when it melted in your roof, but almost by force from this one with whatever situation it's in, it had this kind of actively coursing through it, you can say, and it's just kind of pressurized and an explosion of it comes out forward.
I hate that. Also, I don't know if it matters, but with Firebolt, a flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it being worn or carried. I don't know if anything else.
Yeah, that shouldn't have an effect on.
That's
it
if
there,
she
thankfully.
missed and the mansion would be burning right now.
Hits the curtains on the wall, and now the whole mansion's on fire.
It's fine. It didn't happen.
That is a natural 20 from Lucky.
Oh,
So-
nice, Lucky.
Uh-oh.
That's a great sound.
That's the Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
That's a 9.
9.
Oh.
I rolled a
Right.
natural 5 plus 4. I'm
Alright.
proficient in con
So
save.
it pops and
The bounce of the universe got that nat 20, and now we got
it
low
gets on you and your clothes and on your skin. Your body wasn't prepared. Your mage arm wasn't prepared for some liquid coming through. It's usually on physical attack, so it kind of comes through and hits you on, I'll say, like your arm with your sickle out, and it starts to almost not acidically because it's black stuff. It's necrosis setting in on your skin.
Oh, shit.
And you take 5 necrotic damage.
Oh, shit.
She just looks down at her arm and screams.
Yeah, you're able to like brush it off, but you kind of see these little black
She's
marks
trying to
on
like
your
shake
skin.
her arm to get it off, and she's like, ah! God, how much was that?
5
5?
necrotic damage. How you doing over there?
I'm at 11.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
What do you mean it's
You
fine?
can take a couple more of
Oh
those.
my God, Evan, I don't want to take a couple more of those.
Well, she's gone now, so you don't have. Well, who knows what happened next? But,
That's not reassuring.
but.
Hang in there, Sylvie.
We go back to the top of the round, and Colborn is still
So happy and so
primitively
sad.
immediately a target in front of him, is just trying his best to stand his ground and fight. He's gonna make swings at you. Is there disadvantage against you from the Ancestral Guardians, or was it just against?
No, it's just
'Cause I
against
believe
my
it's-
allies.
Yes, that's right.
It's
so
not
you still,
me. It's just
yes.
against anyone except me.
Yes,
that are
just
my
wanted to
allies.
make sure.
Yes.
So he's gonna make, and you attacked recklessly, so he gets advantage
Yes,
against you.
he does.
Ooh.
All right, that'll be a 15 for the first one, and a 17 on the second one.
That one hits.
Okay. And you will take 9 slashing damage,
Okay, and that's reduced.
reduced
'Cause I
from
am
raging,
resistant from raging.
to
yes.
5.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
As, you know, the one arm is still kind of limp, but he just is flailing with that other one and catches you right like on the side where you're holding your axe at, trying to get ready to almost brace for impact, and catches and rips at your arm a little bit.
Valora just kind of grunts in pain, but just glares at this freak of
You
nature.
physically get. Meanwhile, Sylvie's just screaming over her with stuff, slime, sludge, literally trying to rot her arm. Like,
And that will
ew.
take us back to Valora now.
Right, in response to that, great axe. She's gonna aim to chop that arm off.
All right. Reckless.
Yeah, recklessly.
Always.
I'm just
Always
asking,
reckless.
I'm just
Always.
inviting more
Yes.
fucking natural 20s apparently from you because you're locked the hell in today.
Always reckless.
Always.
Mood.
Okay, yep, needed that reckless.
Come on.
Okay, that's better.
Oh, close. It's right next
Yeah,
to it.
it was almost that. 14 plus 7.
14 plus 7? So 21, yeah, that'll hit.
21.
So go ahead and roll
21.
your damage.
12. Okay, 17 damage.
17.
Damn.
All right. So you make another hack into the chest of this thing, and he's starting to look pretty rough right now.
Beautiful.
All right. Anything else from you?
Do I chop his arm off?
You know, we can say you chop his one off. You finish the chop
Yes.
of the
Finish
other
the one.
arm off. So now he is just a tripod. So anything else from you?
He's a tripod.
No, nothing else from me.
All right.
I don't have another attack quite yet.
Tripod
not until level
is
5.
crazy.
Okay. Make an insight check for me.
Oh.
Fancy.
It's a peanut gallery. Oh, maybe 15.
15.
Not bad for a barbarian.
Yeah.
No, not at all. So you hack off its arm. You hear this like guttural cry of pain from him. And as you're face to face with him and you're looking at him through all of this, you notice very strangely that his face is almost half and half, where it looks like he's aggressive and angry, but at the same time,
Oh no.
it looks like he's terrified.
Oh no. Moral dilemmas.
Next up is Lucky, with Monster Mom supposedly out again. He's gonna kind of peek like right between as Sylvie's just kind of like brushing off the necrotic stuff he got on her, and he kind of like just like, watch out, and he just kind of peeks around you with the gun and throws in another gold and takes a fire at Mr. Colborn over there, and hits.
Woo.
So let me go ahead and see what he does this time.
Damn, is he rich?
Oh my god, he rolled a 3 again for fire, so he...
Oh, yeah,
So
she thinks it's still...
That's not gonna help her, no, oh god.
She thinks fire is still the most effective.
Oh,
That works so well for the narrative.
And does 13 fire damage. As
Oh
another
my
one of these
God.
tiny little, almost like fireballs, pops out with a puff of smoke as it hits him in the
Was
side.
it out of 10 damage types, you said?
There's 10 damage types.
Wow,
yeah.
that's
and I rolled
crazy.
a 3
so
both
that was
times.
a 10% chance
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
that it would happen again.
Oh man.
I love that. She's like, yeah, fire, okay.
Yeah, almost like gets him right in the side and the ribs.
Ew.
Hits with another scream in front of you.
God.
And
That's got to be really loud, like right in your face.
that in your
Yeah.
ear, it's ringing right now, but he's not
Oh.
worried about it. He's used to it, you're not.
No.
So right now you just hear that ringing in your ears from the muzzle going off just a few feet away from you. And he is going to use a bonus action and
That's
say,
not proper gun.
finish that damn thing off! And he gives help to Valora.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which you can use to undo a disadvantage if you decide to from that, or if you need to use one again at some point, you can do that there, but he gives help to you on that one.
Okay.
Wife is no longer in the picture, so that doesn't count. Sylvie!
Okay. We're still doing fire. Let's go. When in doubt, firebolt. So we're gonna keep doing that because most of my damage spells are cantrips because sorcerers. I mean, I do. How is he looking right now?
He's looking really rough.
Really rough.
Yeah.
Okay. Would she do a different one? Would she do?
You tell me.
Would she?
Would she? Would she feel like she needs to go overboard
Overboard?
just to make sure that it dies?
Oh,
Would
God.
she? How rough? Can I do like an insight check to see how close to death he is, roughly?
It'd have to be a difficult medicine check because you're trying to look at health and vitals of an anatomy that you're not quite used to.
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Since he's close, she would not use a full-on spell. Not this time around.
Do it.
Not this
Come
time
on.
around.
Do it.
Do overkill?
Do it.
Do it. Just do it.
All right, fine. We're doing chromatic orb.
Oh, let's go.
We're doing chromatic orb, which is a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy. She's picking fire because, as far as she knows, fire is the way to go here.
Crazy over there.
Ranged spell attack against the target, 90 feet. It is 3d8 damage.
Yeah. You have to make your attack roll.
I don't want more black ooze on me. Ah! She just fucking... The glow's a little bit brighter this time because this is an actual like leveled spell instead of
It's
a
like
cantrip.
Sylvie, I can handle, and then
No,
she sees
it's okay.
You just see this massive ball of energy coming from the sickle.
But that shoots a 4-inch diameter ball
my
out of
God.
it.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's a natural.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit!
That is a natural 20. So that is 6d8 fire damage.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
That is 6d8 fire damage.
We're on a roll today.
Oh my god.
The first combat of the campaign.
What is
I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. You've altered the course of history forever.
Oh shit, Allie! Evan's gonna take out.
You've awakened something in me.
He's gonna make the battles 10 times harder now.
Okay. We'll do the first 3. 17 for the first 3.
Yep, 17.
And
Yup.
then... So 22 fire damage.
Oh, wow, that was a weak second roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, the second roll was weak.
It was 2, 2, and 1. So 22 fire damage to this guy.
How do you want to do this? You absolute fucking freak of nature.
She would aim it for his ugly face. Because it's the face that scares her the most.
Yep, just a chromatic orb of fire, like a bowling ball of flames, careens into the
Almost
side
like a mini fireball.
of Colborne, and like busts open the mini fireball, lights his whole face on fire as he goes to the ground, like almost kicking and growling as he flops down to the ground. Roll a d20 for me right now because you did a leveled spell. Get a 1. If there is any kind of higher power in the world, I will get my vengeance right now.
The Vengeance Saga. Alright. That is a 12.
Alright, well fuck this, alright?
You should make it like 1 through 10.
I thought about, because to, put on
the 1
table
is
talk.
such a
very small
the way
chance.
that I believe I wanted to do it is that as we go forward, because we want to see chaos on the podcast, because we're here for the fun and giggles with what comes with wild magic, and obviously the tides of chaos allow for it to happen. You used it today already, though.
Yeah.
But I want to do where, as you're climbing up levels, it's the spell slot level that you have to roll. So if you cast something at, say, a level 3 spell slot, it's a 3 or lower.
Oh.
That way, it scales with the magic that you're using.
That
the
makes
magic you're
sense.
casting is more potent, so it's more risky from wild magic, is how I'm playing on that one.
Ooh.
It also increases the chances of something happening. Without
I
making
like that.
Without making it too crazy, just because wild magic sometimes can be detrimental, I don't want to just open the floodgates
Wild
and cause
magic
hell
can
that you'll never come
ruin a
back from.
campaign. Wild magic could kill people.
But that way,
is true.
we get extra chances to allow for things to happen and not just rely on one all the time.
Yeah.
It'll slowly climb as you go forward.
Oh my god. That was...
But with that...
all those nat 1s at the start of it all led to this.
Yeah.
Sylvie thrives in chaos and fire and destruction.
Oh, man. With that, though,
Oh my god.
you are now out of combat. The figure is on the ground and does still appear to be heavily breathing, but is out of commission. And now you are free in here. You're in this study. There's a large wooden desk in the center of the room. And there's also, like, a cabin of sorts in the back room. There's windows that have had the blinds covering over it so that not much light can come inside. But you're now free in this area to do what you will.
Valora is immediately going to go up to Colborn and take out some rope that she has and tie him up.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and I'll say, since he's down, how are you tying him up? Because he is missing an arm now.
I mean, I'm
just hog-tied, but with three.
Yeah, a three-legged hog tie? Okay, yeah.
Sure.
We'll do that.
Like this.
I just don't want him to be able to move if
Yeah.
he suddenly, like, regains, like, consciousness.
Yeah, and we'll say you've got, he's not fighting or anything. He's unconscious.
Is he still giant?
You are, yes.
Oh, he
That's
hasn't
not
changed at all. Okay.
No. But you're tying him up in that weird little semi-hog tie, if you will, and putting him out of commission. You've got enough time that's tight. You're pretty confident in how secure he is there.
Oh, man. Sylvie's back is bleeding right now.
A little bit, yeah.
On the white dress, you just see this splotch of red on her back.
Once Valora is done tying him up, she's going to immediately turn around and go over to Silvie. Are you alright?
My back hurts a little bit, but it's fine. Is the goop still on her arm?
No, like I said, you spent some time kind of like brushing that off, and you've cleared it out. You can see that there's tiny little like
black veins.
Yeah,
from
some
the
marks on you
necrosis
from
stuff,
remnants of it. Yeah.
I've been better, but it's okay.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you see that Lucky just kind of walks away, and he's at the desk, and he's just digging through it right now. Not a care in the world, quite frankly, for you guys. Just gonna be direct on that. Even though he watched Sylvie get carved in the back and burned by the necrosis, when the threats were neutralized, he just beelined and is going through the room.
Still friend though. In Sylvie's eyes. He's just busy.
Hey, Almer, do you have any healing magic?
No.
What?
All right.
Sorry.
Sylvie, do you have any?
I do,
For yourself?
but it also does damage at the same time. So it'd be kind of a waste of magic. You could just like chill for like half an hour if you wanted.
Okay.
I'd like to sit down.
Knock yourself out, kid.
Can we sit down?
You know what, you can go ahead and sit down.
I'm gonna sit down.
ahead.
And she goes over like closer to the wall, and she was gonna lean on it. She's like, wait, no. And this because she instead of the bag, she's gonna lean against it like on like one of her shoulders against the wall and just kind of mellow out and just try and roll some hit dice, if you will.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll some hit dice. I'll say relax there for a little bit.
Help Lucky like explore things. Go look at the creepy mom that burned my arm.
Valora's gonna go back to Colborn.
Okay.
And she's gonna kind of just squat down in front of him. And does he still have hair on his head?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
he still has hair. I pictured him with no hair.
I know. But she's gonna like grab the hair to like lift like his head up. Could she try to slap him awake?
Go ahead and before you do that, make a medicine check for me.
Just
15.
Just
15?
backhand this man.
Okay.
He's a monster.
I know.
With a 15,
he used to be a man.
You're looking at him.
When
You see that he's unconscious. You're not sure what to do.
monster.
And like as you're focusing on him, you can see that like as like you're looking at his face, that his skin is still stretching and he is still actively growing in a way. It's very slight, but you can still see, you almost see the skin like trembling on his face. We can make the assumption that
His
things
skin
are just getting
is
worse.
trembling. Ew.
Flora just kind of stares at him for a second.
Does his face still have any semblance of what a normal person would look like, or what he used to look like?
That's a tough one.
Is there any sign of humanity, like, in his appearance still? Not necessarily his consciousness, but like
in his physicality,
form.
there's very little left that looks like a normal person. He is looks very monstrous. but his face is now relaxed as he's unconscious and doesn't have that evil snarl on it anymore.
Valora, how does he look? She's just like on the other side. Is he just unconscious? Is he dying?
He's unconscious, but his body's still changing.
Oh!
I'm debating on whether or not to kill him.
Hey, Al! She like, because she's up against the wall, just kind of like shouting out to people.
Yes.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Do you know what to do? This is kind of a moral dilemma.
I don't know what to do, but
isn't he kind of important?
Well, that depends, I guess.
Hey, Dusty, not Dusty, Lucky.
Don't call me that. What?
What should we do with the monster dad? He's still growing, but isn't he still kind of, I don't know. What?
I think Coldborn's gone. Get rid of him.
Well, you heard the man, Valora. Chop chop.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Listen,
Easily swayed.
If there's no saving him, and the cool guy says we can't, and the old wizard man says he doesn't know what the heck to do, then what are we gonna do about it? I have some blood loss. It's fine. She's just struggling. She's just still against the wall, though. She's not really moving much.
Both of you make perception checks.
Ooh. Oh, my perception is only +1. 14.
14?
13.
13?
My girl's not very observant.
I'm a little bad.
It was okay enough. Both of you faintly hear some kind of sound coming from the, cabinet in the back corner of the room.
You're lying. No, we don't. Stop.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
What does it sound like?
You're not quite sure. With the perception check you got, you hear it, but you don't know what the sound is.
Who's closest to the cabinet right now?
I mean, right now, that would be... If you guys are still in the corner over there, from entering the door, it's in the back left corner is where it is. So the closest would be Lucky right now.
Okay. Does he look like he heard it?
No. He's preoccupied. He's digging through the drawers on the desk over there.
Lucky!
Valora drops
What?
the head of Colborn and immediately
A
heads
sound
over
came
to the
from
sound.
the cabinet. I don't know what it was.
I'll look at it soon.
I'm
And then you're
checking it.
beelining over there.
Thank you, Valora. Thank you for taking it. When she sees Valora walking towards you.
Okay. You go up to the cabinet, and it gets quiet.
Is there a child hiding in the cabinet?
Believe so. She opens the door to the cabinet.
You swing the doors open, and you do see a young boy cowering inside, tears down his face. And you recognize he's the one that's in the painting in the living room of the home. This is his son.
Is he the one that drew the drawing that I have?
Yes.
Ah. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And when you open it up, he's kind of terrified and reels back and faces away towards the corner of it.
Is it a bottom cabinet? Is it
Think
on
of it
the floor?
akin to a wardrobe, but
Okay.
this isn't used for clothes. It's used for storing a bunch of random things in there. There's paperwork, there's books, and all kinds of things.
Okay.
But he's kind of in the midst of all of that because it's pretty tall. It could, wardrobes are huge, but it's kind of a cabinet instead.
Valora just kind of stands there for a second and looks at him and looks back at Sylvie
That's their
what
son.
do we do?
Do you remember did we ever find out what the boy's name was?
Don't think so,
In that
no.
journal, did it mention his name?
I would say, actually, yeah, you're probably going through the servant's journal. He's probably
Yeah.
talked about the family before. You have seen the name. His name is Lane. Laine.
Okay. She just looks at
Valora
him
just kind of looks at him awkwardly and then she's like,
his name is Lane. Flora.
Okay. Lane?
You kind of hear him quiver a bit, and he kind of looks over his shoulder a bit towards you, but still kind of cowering and hiding.
Hey, I won't hurt you, okay?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh.
Won't be too tough.
From this terrifying large woman.
There is limitations to it, yes.
Yeah.
14.
14?
Oh, okay.
I say this is good enough to where he kind of turns to face you and looks at you and is kind of like trying to stifle his crying and breathing a little bit.
Better you than Lucky. God.
He's just like, what happened?
I was going to ask you the same thing. Do you know what happened to your parents?
Well, my dad came home last night. It was really weird. Wouldn't really talk to me like he usually does. Just kind of went to his room. And then there were a lot of arguments last night. Yelling, screaming. It didn't sound right. Didn't look right. When they were in their room, I was just outside. There's a lot of bad sounds, things falling. When I heard them coming towards the door, I went and tried to hide away in here, but he brought Mommy in here, and there were these sounds that I don't even know what they were, but Mommy got real quiet. And then he's just been doing something in here. I don't know what. But he wasn't my dad anymore. That wasn't him. But I don't know who he was.
Okay. Yikes.
All right.
Oh, no.
And she positions her body so that he can't look over her and see behind her the scene.
Gee, good
She goes,
idea.
We're going to get you out of here. Okay? And we're going to take you somewhere safe.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Do you mind if I put something over your eyes, or will you keep them closed?
There's a lot
I
of
can-
scary things that you don't want to see.
Okay, you can cover them, yeah.
Okay. And
I didn't want to see them.
she's going to rip off a piece of her fabric that is hanging in front of her, hanging across her pants, that
Yeah.
has the silver moon on it. She'd rip off a small piece of it and just kind of tie it around his eyes.
As to her aesthetic. The torn and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Aw.
you do that successfully, and as you're doing that and helping him out, I'll say that you see it in there. You see amongst a bunch of the things that are in that wardrobe, you see this like really old-looking leather book, but it stands out to you because you see that it is chained to the inside of this closet.
Okay. Laura sees that and she helps Lane out, and she looks to Elmer. She says, "Hey Elmer, can you take this child to Pembroke?"
Yeah, sure. Easy done it. Come here, little lad. And kind of
Elmer will
guides him
take
around.
care of you, okay, Lane?
Okay.
He's
Okay.
like a grandpa. He's pretty cool. He used to be an adventurer.
Oh, wow, really?
You
He's
did.
like,
You can ask him stories.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure he has tons of stories that he could tell.
Shit.
To help take your mind off of all this. And she makes eye contact with Albert.
Fine. Jesus Christ. So he grabs the little boy's hands and... Yeah, he can't carry him, so he grabs the boy's hand and kind of guides him around a little bit.
Yeah.
And they disappear past the doorway.
She checks to make sure that they're gone, and then she bends down and she doesn't touch it yet, but she takes a closer look at the book that's chained up.
Okay. What are you looking for on it?
Any like emblems or sigils, or just I just want to know if there's any like covered type that's on it.
So that is something that stands out to you, is that it is blank
It's blank
on the front.
okay.
It's blank on the front, and the spine, and on the back. It's pretty thick. It's like this really old leather. You notice that, it has a lock on not the spine, but the opposite part where you would open up to go to the pages. Part.
Yeah.
It's one of those that has the lock on the side,
like
there.
a diary.
Yeah, but it's got a really sturdy steel lock on it there. And then that
it's
is
chained up?
and you see that it is like with a steel chain attached to the back of the closet.
Holy shit.
Do you think Sylvie's been immobile long enough for her to be able to get up and do stuff at this point?
You can do basic stuff at this point
okay.
and still consider it as a short rest.
Yeah,
As long as you don't do anything
she's-
strenuous, you're
yeah.
fine in
She's gonna like
short rest territory.
stand up and like use the wall to help her. Like, okay, all right, what's over here? And she starts walking over to where Valora is.
Sylvie,
Yes.
not sure if you would know anything about this, but just take a look and don't touch it.
What is it? Ooh, a book with chains. Interesting. If I were to cast Detect Magic, would that go against short resting?
Well, yes, that would go,
Okay.
because when you're doing a short rest, you're supposed to be doing nothing strenuous.
Yeah.
You can't spell cast during a short
Right.
rest. You're supposed to be doing pretty much nothing aside from lounging, very simple activities.
Okay.
So you could if you want, but you have to undo your short rest. If whatever hit dice you rolled, you have to undo that. I'll also say that right now, both of you can make investigation checks.
Okay.
While you decide what you want to do on that front.
Yeah.
Ooh, natural 19.
That is a natural
For
one.
20.
Oh, natural one. All right.
20.
20. Okay. As you're investigating, looking at the book and everything, you see that there are splinters inside this wardrobe, and there are signs that this being chained up in here was extremely recently.
You said there's splinters on
Yeah, as if like there's been, if it looks like there are signs of woodwork where like the chain is on the back where it would be attached in there. You can see like fresh splinters of wood as if someone had just done this in very recent time.
Okay.
I'm going to undo my short rest and cast Detect Magic on this. Well, not on this, but like, in hopes that anything
In the
would pop up
room.
within 30 feet.
Okay, perfect. As the senses come to, roll a d20 for me.
Jesus
Because you're
Christ.
casting another leveled spell.
Yeah. 11.
God damn it. I'll get you one day. I'll get you one of these days.
That one was for the check earlier.
Fuck! Shouldn't have let you do that yet. No, go back. You didn't investigate it. No, go back. Go back. Okay, we're fine. So you're fine. You do detect magic coming from the book, and it's coming from the lock.
The lock. Interesting. What college of magic is the
Give me a second so I can double check.
Glamour? It's an illusion. We can open it. No.
It's abjuration.
It's what?
Abjuration.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so Valora,
Yes.
bestie, this lock is magical.
Okay.
I don't think we'll be able to open it normally. Like, I don't think you'd be able to break it. Can I do like an Arcana check to see if breaking it would,
Can a magical lock be
broken,
or
or
if
if it needs to be like how
I guess-
how would this need to be unlocked?
So, with that kind of thing, you would have to find out what exact spell is going on inside there, because there are various different magic types. So, what would happen depend on what's going on in there. I would say you could potentially roll an Arcana check to see.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Very, very, very difficultly try and see what may be going on in there, based off of your
Okay.
understanding of spells.
Arcana.
While Sylvie's thinking, Valora's just gonna kind of poke the chains with her hand axe.
Let's see. That is 12 plus 3, 15 Arcana.
15? You don't know what exactly is going on in here.
Yeah.
You know that a potential could be, there's a thing known as Arcane Lock, which some people can use. It's magic. And if it is that, it seals it to a degree that it cannot be opened unless you essentially have
Dispel.
the keyword or permission. Dispel does not undo it, it temporarily unlocks it.
Oh. Boy, we could really have used Al here. She looks to the door. Is he back?
Oh, he's not. You told him to go off with the kid and go figure out something to do.
But, Lucky... Is he still looking through the desk?
Silvie.
Yeah. What?
Do you know anything about magic?
No.
Okay.
Silvie, what did you figure out?
It's probably a spell, and, I don't have anything to make it not there anymore. But Al probably does.
Okay, Silvie,
But
is there any
he's
other
not
useful information
Here,
you have?
nope. Not really. It's just the lock that's magic.
Is there anything that would unlock it if for someone that doesn't have magic?
Doesn't have... I don't think so, right? No.
Arcane lock is just... You have to dispel it if you are not the person opening it. Essentially.
What if we break the chain and take it with us?
We can do that.
And then we could... Right?
You can do that, yeah.
Try.
You're good at breaking things!
Valora's gonna try to break the chain.
All right, make an attack roll with the chain.
Sylvie's not very cautious.
17.
Woo!
17? Yeah, you strike at that chain and are able to break out on one of the weak links and separate it from the wall. So it is now free and just has like a small little bit of like 1 foot of chain dangling off of the book.
Interesting.
Yeah, Valora's gonna pick it up.
Okay. You pick it up and nothing happens. You pick it up. The book you've got in your hands.
Yeah.
A fireball goes off. How does it feel to be the one who's not, who's what's the word? Usually I'm the one paranoid about traps, but no. Okay, so we could take this to Al and he can look at it with his retired wizarding ways. Right?
Valora looks skeptical of what Al can do, but she's like, she's going to put the book in her bag and join Lucky in looking around the room. She wants to see if she knows literally jack shit about magic, but she's going to try and see if there's anything hidden around anywhere, anything that looks like a spell or a scroll or, I don't know, password. She's gonna look for something.
Okay, you can make an investigation check. Are you doing anything, Sylvie?
God, is there anything that I can do at this point?
18.
18? Okay.
I guess she would probably very reluctantly go over to Monster Dad and try to see if he has anything on him. Because he still has clothes, right?
Yeah.
So she's gonna like
They're very
check his
stretched out, but he's still got some on
any
him.
pockets or anything to see if he's got anything on him.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check as well.
Okay. 16.
16? Okay, so as you're looking around to everything...
She's just like barely using her fingers to move his clothes instead of her whole hand. She's like, eh.
Yep. Looking around, there's not much else going on in the room. Lucky's going through the desk, and you see that he seems to have found something of note in there. At the same time, both of you you see something sticking out of one of his back pants pockets for Colborne, and you're the one that would recognize this is the same journal he had on him when he was in the carriage with you. Mm-hmm. And that's like in his person, and Lucky's looking at something very intently right now that he just found on the desk.
Am I getting any other magic pings within 30 feet of me right now?
No.
Okay. I don't know if Monster Dad was magical or not.
Doesn't seem like it, no.
Okay, so it's not like a spell or anything that's on him.
No.
It's like an actual organic creature that is.
Yep.
A very visceral thing that has happened to him.
Uh-huh.
God, you're messed up.
Thank you.
She's like with her thumb and forefinger, she's gonna pick up the journal out of his pocket.
Oh, Silvie, that's the journal he was writing in when I was on the carriage with him.
Oh, and he was acting all weird?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be able to read it?
I don't know. Let's see. She's gonna head over and just look over your shoulder.
Yeah, she's gonna like wipe off any like goop that might be on it. Is there any goop on it?
Just a little bit.
Like
brush it off a little. Yeah, that's fine.
You know what? No, do I have prestidigitation?
Oh my god. Do it.
She's gonna prestidigitation the notebook and herself while she's at it, and she's gonna make herself smell like lilies.
Meanwhile, Valora's just covered in goop and blood.
Laura, do you want to not be goopy?
Sure.
She swirls her sickle around, and then like little sparkles come down like pixie dust on Valora, and makes her all nice and sparkly and clean. She's like, do you want to smell like anything?
No, thank you.
Okay. And then she's gonna open the journal.
Yep, the two of you
to
go.
page one.
Page one. You go side by side with each other, looking at this journal. It's kind of on the smaller side.
Yeah, she did like the fairy godmother type.
Yeah,
story.
Valora's just standing there with just a blank expression.
I love them.
It's very personal, very boring. Seems to document when he's going on a lot of business trips. It has in there like a lot of the local businesses and farms that he's trying to get deals to help kind of get them extra cash flow.
Does it show
get
my
extra
farm there?
customers.
Is Astra Fields there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Say it is. You see a lot from around the land, not just in there's a big focus in Hillcrest, but depending on there's a lot of areas also around that he's doing. And so whether it's getting basic grants to get extra money to them, or trying to set up deals to get essentially extra customers through. You see, he does a lot to try and help the people.
So like a
around
good
over
man.
here. Yeah, that was the way that Pimrick described him, is that he resides in the town and
a man of the people.
He pretty much funded the
Very
festivals to be possible every single year.
Yeah.
So after she gets through, it's like, oh, that's nice, and she's gonna skim a little bit forward to see if anything changes.
I say you're kind of skimming towards as you're seeing if there's any change in anything. You start to get towards the end, and you start to see some of the last writing that seems to be normal in there, where he describes that he was on a business trip, and this was a few days ago.
No.
Probably 5 or 6 or so. He was on a business trip to the town of
She's
Doveport.
probably she's reading this out loud, by the way, so Lucky can hear too.
A business trip to the town of Doveport. I can't fucking speak. Jesus Christ. Which you guys would know, it's on this side of the Dark Tide. That is kind of probably the biggest almost city that you guys have on this side, because it connects to the docks that are used to travel between the two land masses.
Oh.
And so that's a pretty big hub for a lot of businesses over there, and especially business owners from the other side of Esthios. And he was over there, and he was having a business dinner with someone named Wilburn Thright. But he notes in there that he was asking really strange questions about Colborne's personal ideals and inner strengths, and it was not his typical business dinner.
Sounds like an interview.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
What are your inner strengths?
Yeah.
Otherwise, they seem to be able to strike a deal to help a lot of the farms in Hillcrest.
Do I know that guy's name? Have I heard it anywhere?
No.
Okay.
You probably haven't heard that name before. And essentially, he was really excited about this deal that he shook hands on, that it was going to be really good for Pyrith, which is your side, your landmass of Esthios. That's the last sensible thing that was in there. Everything past that is really, as Valora saw in the carriage, his hand was shaky trying to write things down. You can try and make intelligence checks to see if you can make out anything that could match potential characters. But a lot of it, and especially the farther you go, the last 2 pages, they look like art pieces. Lines are not matching in.
Holy
it's
shit.
scribblings of a
God.
madman.
I would still love to make an intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
They can look to see at the beginning parts to see if there's anything that you catch on to.
14.
14?
That is 7.
7? Okay,
Half of your score.
Ooh, that must have been in the carriage.
Oh, is it supposed to be? Is it like a doodle of a rabbit? What is that? She's squinting her eyes, holding it up closer to her face.
I thought that was an M.
Oh, it looks like ears.
yeah, it's too low at the point right now, just looking at it, grazing over it. Really difficult to make out the words on the first page of the ramblings. You could potentially sit on it and use a night to try and see if you can decipher anything, one of you. It would take a much easier check to try and do it. But say, if for Valora, if you wanted to attune to your gift that you got at the festival, you would have to choose between one or the other on that one. But you could use your free time of a long rest or any other kind of free times you may have to try and see if you can decipher anything on it.
Interesting.
Seems like this Wilburn Thright fellow might have something to do with all that.
because he's the last, but like making a deal.
Yeah, and
and
that's
then all
the
of a
last
sudden
person he spoke to
he
before heading
slowly turns into a monster.
home.
That's pretty suspicious.
And you hear Lucky speak up. Hey, you talking about Wilburn Thright?
Yeah?
Yes, did you find anything?
Well, I mean, I know the man. He's the owner of the Bank of Doveport.
Is he sus?
God, I don't fucking know. I haven't had to deal with the man
Because
yet.
he might have turned this guy into a monster, maybe.
What? He kind of comes over quick and looks at the notebook. He's like, that's interesting.
She like holds it up to him like he's a little kid in kindergarten.
She flips the pages.
Yeah, like holding a picture book, showing the class. Yeah.
He's like, hold on. I might have another piece of the puzzle. Come here real quick. And he kind of motions you guys over to the desk. And he has these like stacks of small papers that he throws down onto the desk. And he spreads them all out. And he's like pointing at them. And you see that all of them are banknotes from the Bank of Doveport. And he points out, so every single one of these, and there's like 40 or 50 of them.
Oh my
there.
god.
Oh.
All of them from about 3 days ago. All of them are withdrawals of different amounts from Colborne's estate. And all of them are to the same place called Unwanted's Brook.
What?
All of them from the same day, different amounts, same place.
So
Same guy.
Colborne was taking money out and giving it to this place?
Seems like it. But all at once. And there is...
All within the past 3 days.
No, all in the same day 3 days ago.
All in the same day, 3 days.
Tens of thousands of gold. Probably most of it is worth, to be quite honest.
Have I heard of this place?
Make a hard history check.
Okay.
Could I also make one?
Yes,
if,
absolutely.
If anyone's ever told me, if I've heard it from somewhere.
I'm well traveled.
What kind of check?
History.
13.
Ooh, okay.
13?
15.
15?
Probably not good enough.
Not on this one.
Yeah.
No. The only thing I will say is that for you get like a twinge that maybe you've heard someone talk about it offhand before. And you think maybe just once in a conversation you weren't involved in, you were just nearby. You think your brother may have said that once before.
Interesting.
But you can't remember in what context. There's just this weird... You ever have that scratch in your brain when you hear something, you're like, I swear to God, I've heard this before, but you can't get anything beyond that.
Where you're just like, you know it's not your first time hearing the words, but you don't remember anything else.
Yeah. It's very akin to that. You said the closest piece you have is that you think your brother may have said it. You don't know in what context. You don't remember who to.
Man.
That's the only piece that you think you may have of that puzzle.
Really wish I didn't use my tides thing already today. For a to help Valora win a contest.
Hey, you all got a keg of ale now.
Yeah, that's true. But we better value that ale, so we better value it. Man.
Well, I've never heard of it.
I think I have, but I don't remember the context. I just know I've heard it.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even I haven't heard of it, which means this is quite an interesting
Yes.
business we'd be looking for here. Certainly ain't no one's name. But even I haven't heard of it, and I know some interesting people.
I think I remember hearing my brother say it.
Who's your brother?
Who's my brother?
Yeah.
The best person in the world!
That doesn't answer my fucking question.
What's his name, Sylvie?
Hold on, I don't remember. Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on, let me think about it.
Also,
No, take your time.
Evan, quick question.
Yes.
Did we arrive in Hillcrest 2 days ago or 3 days ago?
You arrived, it was technically last night that you came in. You arrived 1 day ago.
Yeah, but because I was with Coburn on the carriage, right?
Yes.
So he also arrived home at the same
Yeah,
time.
he arrived home last night at the same time.
My brother's name is Silvorin. Same last name as me.
Silvorin.
Silvorin Winvarus. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Nah, shit. I was hoping I could do something there, but
Man!
never mind.
Have
Sorry,
I
kid.
heard of him? I assume not.
No.
Okay.
He liked hanging out with people like you.
What's that supposed to mean?
What does that mean?
No, that's why I think you're cool.
Oh, he
Sure.
liked hanging out with cool people.
Yeah.
All right, kid.
What?
So obviously, something weird happened over in his time in Doveport. Fucking fuck.
Do you think that he had these slips on him, or that she nods to the wife? The wife was making these transactions.
No, I mean, these are directly from the Bank of Doveport, so I imagine this happened while he was there before he came back. With the carriage ride and everything, probably a very lasting thing that transpired. And that means I've got no money to fucking take for myself. For my job. I'm not robbing him on my own.
She like narrows his eyes at him.
Don't look at me like that.
Too late, I already am.
Well, I guess I'm going to Doveport next.
Valora, what should we do? She like whispers it to her, but it's very clearly loud enough for Lucky to hear.
What should we do?
Should we go?
You hear Sylvie say that, and you have that weird feeling in your head again.
Shit. Should we go there? Should we go talk to this guy and be like, hey, the heck's your deal?
Valora's first instinct was to say, we. Like, what do you mean, we? But that...
What you mean, we?
But that tingle in her head and that spark from
I still don't know
Chick
what that
Sylvie
is.
has plagued her. And she...
Plague! Damn!
And she just kind of shakes her head. Unless you have any business here, I was also planning on going to Doveport.
I mean, I was just here for not just a festival, but also to get a job to help save up so I could, cross the river.
She kind of looks to Lucky.
Because I'm trying to find my brother, that's why.
Oh,
That's who I'm looking for.
he's over in Lantigloss?
I think so. Maybe.
Lucky, would you mind if we came along?
Sure, I like to work on my own, but
Strength in numbers.
he like looks dramatically over at the corpse that's in the room, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. That terrifies me, and I wouldn't mind a little bit of backup. Do you know what the fuck is going on?
I know nothing.
We probably know just as much as you do.
All right, sure. Seen a lot of weird shit in my day, but never seen anything like this.
One of those slugs tried to attach itself to Valora's face while she was sleeping. It was on the ceiling.
Well, I'm glad, and I guess you should be glad it didn't either.
I am, yeah.
I'm really glad it didn't take over your head, Valora.
Though I'm worried that there are more around this town.
Oh. You think there's like is there a nest somewhere of just cat-sized slugs?
I have no idea.
Ew! And she just gets the heebie-jeebies and starts shaking her hands a little bit ugh.
Well, just let the people in charge know.
But that's the person in charge, and she points to
Let the city guards and things know. And actually, he wasn't in charge. He wasn't like the mayor or anything. He was just a wealthy
A big
individual
figure. Oh,
that was a
okay.
big figure of sorts. He wasn't the mayor or anything. He has a high stain in a lot of people's eyes because he helps the town stay afloat all the time. But he has no power. He has no electoral official.
So he's not like a
there.
noble type guy. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, you don't think we'll be charged with murder or something, right? I mean, look at him.
I think looking at the situation,
It was
say we're
self-defense.
okay.
It was self-defense,
we will let
right?
the people in charge decide how everything goes from here. But
What about the sun?
well, that's not my problem.
What about?
I had Elmer take care of him, take him to Pembroke. We'll figure out what to do.
Pembroke's gonna be so stressed out. He's already stressed because of me.
They'll figure out what to do.
And the
Sylvie.
festival.
He'll be fine.
He'll be okay.
Poor Pimrick.
Alright, you two. I'm gonna take one of the carriages to Doveport in the morning. So a lot of the carriages from the festival here will move. So meet up then. Alright?
What time?
In the morning. Just
In
get
the
up.
morning.
Don't be late.
Like sunrise morning?
Yeah, sunrise morning.
Oh, okay, that's easier
Alright.
to figure out.
We don't have digital clocks around here.
No,
If you got
what's
one of them
what's
handy
digital
dandy-
mean?
I don't know. It's one of those handy dandy weird words
Digits
they
like
talk about across
digits
the pond.
like fingers? Digital
Maybe.
like when you count the time on your fingers? Is that?
You look smart enough to know this stuff to you.
I'm not gonna answer that question. I feel like that's a loaded question.
Thanks. All right, let's go.
You kind of do look smart though. If that.
I'm leaving now. He's walking out of the doorway.
Why do you think I was asking you everything?
And so he leaves and he's headed towards the servants' quarters.
My
area.
brother
It's to
always
climb
told
back
me to
down that
respect
way.
my elders.
Good for you. Wait,
How old are you again?
I ain't telling you yet.
No. How old are you?
That means he's
He's
old.
going down.
I'm 24. Are you older than me?
He's not even saying it. He's leaving.
That
Lucky.
means he's not answering. It means that he's old.
She's following after him. Lucky.
Leave me alone,
How old are
goddamn it.
you? I want to know. Please.
No, leave me
Please.
alone.
Please.
Stop.
Please.
Stop.
Please.
Persuasion check.
Okay.
As we're walking, are there any rooms that we haven't been in yet?
Oh, you've been in all the rooms
Okay.
in the house.
Damn it. This D20 loves 4s. But I have good persuasion. 10.
No.
No.
Right now, it's just quite. It's the annoyingness is pushing too far. He's like, nope.
She's totally unaware. She just
Nope.
thinks if she asks enough times, and she'll get her answer.
Leave me alone, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
She looks visibly sad.
Sylvie.
Like she looks like a dejected little kid right now.
God. And he opens up the front doors and he
Why
walks
didn't you wanna
outside.
tell me how old he
Sylvie.
was?
Some people just don't.
Why?
They just don't, Sylvie.
But why?
Because some people just don't like talking.
Why?
That's just how they are.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
I don't understand.
Valora just shakes her head like she can't give any more explanation than that.
Do you think Pimrick will let us have lemonade for free?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask him if we can have lemonade for free. No, you probably want ale. You have a whole keg of ale. I don't know why I'm asking
I
you.
do, and I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go see if he'll let me have free lemonade. Lemonade
Alright.
makes me feel better.
I guess I'll follow because she
What
still
if we,
has the job
what
on
if
her
we
mind.
combine ale with lemonade?
That sounds utterly horrendous.
What?
I do not. No.
What?
No.
But I've heard people
No.
mix drinks all the time. Why?
No.
You're like an alcohol purist? It can't be like mixed with anything? You drink everything just straight the way that it is?
Yes.
Oh,
that sounds awful. Mixing lemonade with ale.
Drinking alcohol straight up all the time sounds very not tasty.
It gets the job done quicker. Mixing it just takes
Oh
double
my
the time.
god, you're an alcoholic! But she doesn't say it in like an appalled way. She looks sad for you.
Oh my god.
She looks sad for Valora.
Sylvie, do not look at me like
She
that.
looks concerned.
Dude, don't.
Do you need
Don't.
to talk about it?
No, I do not.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Go get your lemonade.
Okay.
Huh. So you two are walking and talking with this as you are leaving the mansion, looking very strange on your way out. You see outside is Pimrick with a couple of the town guards, and you see Lucky and Almer and the son are all right there, and they're all kind of conversing amongst each other. And Pimrick kind of sees you guys and kind of waves you over.
We'll go over.
Sylvia's Russian.
And as you're walking up, the two guards are there and Pimrick, and you see go, yep, he's fucking dead. And he's like, oh dear, oh no. And is
See, I
visibly
knew he would be
stressed
so
out.
stressed out. I knew it.
Hello,
Hi.
ladies. I've heard of the interesting events of the day so far.
Yeah, and she turns around and points to her back. She's like, look what it did!
Oh, God, no.
It looks pretty bad, probably, maybe, I think.
Just a little bit.
It felt bad.
I'm sure.
It still feels bad. Can I have some lemonade?
Yeah, sure. Go to my stand.
Do you think lemonade tastes bad mixed with ale? Do you think that would taste bad?
Valora just puts her hand over her face.
You can try. I've never had anyone try.
Valora said it tastes nasty. Would it?
Valora has a very acquired taste.
She says she doesn't mix alcohol with anything ever.
That's not that's fine. Let people drink how they want to drink.
I'm not saying it's bad. Just
Valora's just rubbing her temples.
Look, he's like, please, dear God, stop. Anyways, yeah. Shit's weird. Watch out for those. And he kind of describes the weird monsters.
The slugs.
You know, the town guards are kind of listening in. They're all kind of
They're like the
talking
size of
amongst
a
each other.
cat.
You'll probably want to go in and get him.
Yeah, they're kind of like discussing amongst themselves, and like even Pimrick, they're kind of like whispering a little bit. They're just kind of trying to figure out what to do in the situation, how to handle it. You know, they're kind of like looking at each other as the guards nod with Pimrick. Is okay. All right. Well, we're gonna just keep the whole thing quiet for now until we figure out what to do.
Sylvia's like nodding along with
It's really hard
everything that
to
he's
explain
saying.
to a mass public that the wealthiest individual around has just kind of turned into a monster. The gods are gonna go validate everything, and then I'll probably meet up with the mayor at some point and let him know what's going on, along with the gods, and see what we do. But for right now, the festival just has to continue on as it is. And so, we'll just leave it at that and figure this out somehow afterwards. Including, and you see, he's holding the child's hand again, whose name I can't remember at this point.
Lane.
Lane, that's right. He's holding his hand. He's like, I will take care of him for now. I guess let him stay at the inn with me for a bit until they figure out what to do. I'm gonna have to take him to an orphanage at some point. I don't know, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
It's really sad.
It's also difficult because he's the son of a wealthy individual, and they tend to be targets for people. So maybe we can't do that. I don't know yet.
Oh. Is there any like kind of protection program you can put him in?
Gods.
Oh.
For now, all I can ask is, you've done so much for me. Thank you all. We'll find a way to pay you back for this extra bit that you've done. But enjoy the festival. We didn't mean to get you dragged into all of this. Have a fun time for whatever you guys came here for. And
I mean, it was exciting. So
Pemrick, you don't have to worry about paying me back.
yeah, no, it's okay.
okay, if you're sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll see what the town decides to do. But all right. But
You're
yes,
a
please.
businessman. You need your monies.
Thank you. But yes, you've come here for your own fun. Go ahead and enjoy the days again at the festival while it still lasts. So go have fun. Forget any of this ever happened for now, as difficult as it is. Drink your mind off of it if you have to. Have fun.
Maybe I should try ale.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not sure that ale is the drink for you, Sylvie.
What if I mix it with lemonade? I want to know if it's gross or not.
Shakes her head in disgust.
I'm going to try that.
Maybe she's onto something. I don't know.
Valora just shakes her head again. She's like, no.
And you see that Almer kind of speaks.
I'll call it a rooster tail.
Oh, yeah, the Stinky Palmer. Yeah, I know that one.
No!
The Stinky Palmer. Half ale, half lemonade.
That's a thing?
Oh, I had it many times.
Why would you ever drink something that has the word stinky in it?
Alcohol has a lot of weird names.
I suppose.
That's true. I did learn some things when I was working at the bar in there. There's some very interesting names of drinks.
Oh, I know.
Ones that she like stops and looks at this ominous sounding word.
Oh, Pemrick.
Yes?
Did you happen to see Eureka on your way here?
Eureka, who's that again?
She's the pretty elf lady
The elven woman with the sundress.
with the sundress and the straw hat.
I believe I've seen her around, yeah.
Where is she?
I don't know. There's like hundreds of people around
But she's
here.
still here?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
We should try to find her.
We should, I agree.
Because she just kind of left.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that she left.
Me neither.
I don't. And she starts to get a little emotional. Like she's like trying not to cry. She's like, I don't want her to be a bad person. She's like my best friend.
Didn't you just meet her?
Uh-huh.
How is she your best friend?
I don't make the rules.
Laura just nods. Oh, okay, we'll find her.
She's my best friend. You're my best friend. Lucky's my best friend. And Owl's my best friend. Pimrick, you're like a cool uncle.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
See, Alma kind of chuckles like, oh, I'm so glad. I heard adventure. Lucky I'm going with you. And he's like, fine.
Yay!
Fine.
And she
sure,
claps
why
her
not?
hands a bunch.
Sure, just invite the whole fucking gang.
I guess so.
We did.
Don't patronize me like that.
What? Patron? You want to buy something at the bar? I don't know.
All
if
right,
I can clock
That's
in.
all right. I'm
Lucky.
drinking now. Bye. And he walks away, and Alma like follows him like a
Try
leech behind
mixing
him.
it with lemonade.
Laura
No.
just watches them wistfully. She sits next to Sylvie. Sylvie, do you want to go continue the Harvest Festival?
Yes, please.
Okay, where would you like to go?
Make a perception check.
Oh
Both of you.
boy. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah, I don't. Okay.
All right.
I mean, 16 plus 5.
That's fine. All right, so you're both, as you're looking around to decide where to go next.
She is locked in. Festival locked in.
You see through the crowd of people, the ever familiar
This dice is
sun
good.
hat of Eureka kind of walking towards your direction.
Makes sense that Sylvie's locked in.
And we'll pick up from that
No!
next time.
Ah!
Dang it.
No! Ah!
Hello, wonderful listeners. It is me, Evan from the future again, thanking you for listening to another episode of Tides of Esthios from us here at Arcane Trinity, featuring Allie with one L, also known as Valora and Silvie, Allie with two L's, also known as Alley Cat as Valora, and myself, Evan, also known as Mask Man as the DM, and everyone else in this wonderful world. Thank you all for listening on your choice of Spotify or YouTube, where it is available on both, known as Arcane Trinity Podcast. You can also follow our socials of Twitter at Arcane Trinity _, TikTok and Instagram and Facebook at Arcane Trinity Podcast. And you can also join our Discord server of Arcane Trinity Podcast, where you can talk to your fellow fans about the show, talk about theories and all kinds of wild stuff's going on in this world. And you can share it with all of your fellow listeners. And you can also support us on Patreon as Arcane Trinity Podcast, where you get all kinds of extra bonus content, like our episode wraps after every single episode. And this weekend, you're going to get the first drop of goodies from me to all of you DMs out there with magic items and little features and little like games of such you may recognize from the podcast you can put into your own games as well. So look forward to that. That is for the $10 members on Patreon, but they start at $5 as well for all the basic stuff. All those links can be found in the description in the link tree below. And thank you again for listening. We're going to see you next Friday for the next episode. Goodbye.